What's happening? Happy 4th of July. Me and old cousin Al decided we were gonna pull through and deliver some content today, but we didn't want to jeopardize the afternoon, so we're gonna just do it from the pool and while we're having a cocktail. So wait for Al to jump on. I can barely see the screen here, and we're gonna give you the top 5 reasons solo agents are joining eXp. What's up, Sheila? Barry, I can see now. Dan, JF Ponce, what's up? Hey, Glenn, how's it going? I bet Glenn's by the pool somewhere. I bet he's on the boat somewhere. Steve McCarthy, Joey Trombley, what's going on? Jeremiah Regan, man, long time no see. How y'all doing? Hope y'all are enjoying your 4th of July. There's Albie. Let's bring on Albie into the on camera. Can y'all tell me what's up, Lionel Cats? Hey, can y'all tell me are the waterfalls too loud? Because I can't tell from here.
No. Nope.
Glenn Sanford says hello. I have a feeling he's
Hey,
on
what's
the
up, Glenn?
enjoying the day. There he is.
Well, what's up, Jay?
How you doing, man? It's a beautiful day today.
Cheers.
To be celebrating our freedom.
Indeed it is. Happy birthday, America.
Yeah. Happy birthday, America. Hey, cheers, by the way.
Cheers.
Ching. Little Moscow Mule. So, the whole goal, we did a video the other day that was the top 5 reasons that, the mega agents and, brokers and teams and independents were coming over to eXp. So today's topic is the top 5 reasons that solo agents, and really when we say solo agents, I think we'll do a separate session on newer agents, because I think there's a different reason that a different top 5 reasons for newer agents than maybe the reasons that we're finding. And again, this is just kind of from our experience and the agents that we've talked to and helped bring on board and stuff like that. So, everybody has different reasons, but this is kind of what we have found to be the top 5 reasons anyways, just to be fair.
These would be agents that are, in that mode where they're somewhere between maybe, 2 million to 5 million in volume. You guys had that chart. You called them seekers, right? Seekers?
Yeah, we have a chart that we created. It's called the 7 stages of business, but it's really like the 7 stages of where your ass is stuck in your business is really what it is. But there's 2 places that, stage 2 and stage 3, which is really around 25 transactions to 40 transactions. That's one place that a lot of agents get stuck. And then from about 15 to 25 transactions, that's what we call stage 2, which is the seeker, and they're the ones that are looking for ways to do more business. And in many ways, they are agents that majority of their business they're getting on their own. A lot of it's repeat referral. They've been in the business a while. And the next stage is the grower, which at that stage you generally have started doing some marketing and acquiring customers, people that don't know, like, and trust you. You found a way to differentiate yourself on an appointment and compete to win listings, and so those are the kind of the agents that are producing, I would say. And again, probably 2 million to to maybe 7 million, I think, in volume, maybe, just depending on the average sale price, obviously. I like to look at it from a transaction standpoint, just because that's really a telltale sign of how much business you're doing, as opposed to volume. You could be on $1 million average sale price, and you could have done 10 million and only sold 10 houses, and that doesn't mean you have a business. It just means you're located in a good place. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of who we're talking about, right?
Yes. All right, so let's start with number 5, Jay.
Number 5.
Number 5. It is the tech and lead gen tools. Number 5. The number 5 reason is agents are seeing these tools that, frankly, they've been out of reach for most agents that are in that spot, because they'd have to stroke a check for anywhere from $1,000 to $1,600 a month to get Commission Zinc or to get conversion or some of these. They're expensive. They're great lead gen tools. They're great CRMs. But you got to be doing a bunch of business to even think about stroking a check on a monthly basis and make that commitment. EXP's giving them, it's included with the $50 a month. I mean, they've just been able to pack it full for $50 a month of the best tools. And that's not all, there's a lot more tools than just, the CRMs. There's just an entire toolbox full of things that you can be connecting yourself to. I don't remember the name of the one tool they have, but it's an app. It's 100% free to EXP agents, and you can put all your vendors in there. So you give your new client this app, your app, you send it to them, and all they got to do is click on it, and it has all of your preferred vendors lists in there, from home inspectors to painters to whoever you want. It's all right in there. So I mean, just those types of things. I think that if you had to pay for it, it wasn't expensive, but it's, $15-20 a month for that. It's included.
Right.
So they've just done a great job.
Right. I think it's also the, it clears up the confusion, right? So like whenever you get the technology included, you don't have to go out there and listen to every pitch. Everybody's selling something that does something. And it's good to have,
Right.
All of the tech included, so you don't have to go think about it and figure out, hey, well, should I get this one or should I get that one or this one? And, it causes indecision, or you spend, or worse, you buy all of them, you know what I'm saying? But at this stage, generally speaking, that's not the case. I think ultimately that's how most of us end up operating, is we just buy everything and then, finally end up with one that we like. But I've just found that, the tech is definitely in the top 5 in terms of, the reason that people are coming on board is that that's included.
Agreed. Number 4?
I mean, we got a lot of good folks on here. Kevin Kaufman, what's happening? My mom's watching. Hey. Hi, Mom. Happy 4th of July. Hi, Dad. They're both watching, both from separate phones, apparently.
What's up, Renee? Jake, Renee, what's going on?
Hey, Lucy, Jose.
Happy 4th of July, everybody.
Yep, Jeff Cook, Cook Daddy. What's going on, my man?
Is that JC?
Yep.
Big Daddy.
Christy Gent. What's
up, Christy?
Robert
Christy,
Stern,
Alfonso.
Rick Jones. Right on, man. Awesome. Thanks for joining. We're in our top 5. We're at number 4, I believe. Right, Al? What's number 4?
Yes, we are. Number 4 is lower costs. This is a biggie.
No question.
I mean, yeah, this is a biggie. I mean, when you're looking at all the different brokerages that are competing on commission splits, Remax, one of the first, not the first, but one of the first to come out with a 100% model, and none of them are 100% really, but they started, and of course Keller Williams followed up, and they're a 7. I think the Keller has like a 70-30 split, and then a caps. The caps are all different depending on what area you're in, and and they nailed the model with an 80-20 split, up till $16,000. Then you go to 100% commission, and you pay a $250 fee for the next 20 transactions. And then if you get the 20 transactions after that, they gift you the entire amount of what you just paid the company back in stock. You get the $16,000 back in stock. 12,000 of it is vested over 3 years, and 4,000 of it is not vested. It's cashable right away. So I mean, a lot of people are looking at it saying, man, I'm paying my brokerage all this cash. What am I, I never go into their office. You know how many people that I talk to that say, man, I work from home all the time. I never go in the office unless I need to pick something up from whatever. And they just operate fully from home. And, and so, our ability to eliminate that brick and mortar cost, and lower the agent's cost is just they're still going to sell the same amount. If you're selling, 15, 20, 25 houses with Remax or Keller or any other brand, you're going to, you'll still be able to sell 15, 20 or 25 with the eXp. The only difference is that your cost will be lower, and you have the ability to become an owner, which we're going to get to, the agent ownership part. Man, I don't know if we put that, I mean, that's kind of part of the exit strategy.
Right. It is. But, it's part of it. Just like right out of the gate, it's generally speaking, when you run the numbers on what stuff you're spending money on, in terms of the tech and everything, and you look at them and you just do the math, it's generally cheaper for you to be at eXp than it is where you're at. That's, for these agents in this bracket, it's generally going to be less money out of pocket with the opportunity to, if you produce more. And I'll tell you another thing, Al, the agents that are coming over at this level, again, the stage 2, stage 3, as we look at it on the 7 stages, doing, anywhere from about 15 to 40 transactions, they're all looking to hit icon status, right? Like their goal is to sell more real estate. So I'm finding that we're just attracting better agents that want to produce more because they know they can get that back in the, their cap, that 16,000 back in the form of stock. So,
Right.
literally, depending on how you want to look at it, you're investing that money into the stock program. But at the end of the day, it's money out of pocket, but it's really money you get back. And depending, stocks go up, stocks go down. But I would say that money being invested is being seen as an opportunity, obviously.
Well, I mean, they position you as an agent owner at that point, and you got a vested interest in the. You have a stake at the table, stake in the outcome, right?
Right. No question.
All right,
And,
number 3.
Yep, number 3.
Number 3, friends and influencers. And this is a
Good one.
biggie. Jay, I mean, when I dug into this a little more, the more I think about it, and I actually told this story in the first webinar that you and I did together about 9 months ago.
Right.
When I left an independent company in year 2001, and I went and started my team in Remax. When I went over to Remax, 6 real estate agents followed me over. I didn't recruit them over. I was just friends with them.
Right.
And we were good friends, and we were at the other company together, and they saw that I made a move, and they're like, what the heck? Al, why did Al move? So they called me up. I told them about all the great things that Remax offered and everything. Next thing you know, they all came, 6 people came marching right over. And I got a Starbucks card. But that was about
That's
it.
all you
For
got
each
was
one
a
of them. I
Starbucks
got,
card?
that thing went, that went in like 2 weeks. No more, I went through that. But like the friends and influencer thing is more powerful than what, people get and understand. And I think that what we're seeing is a lot of these agents, they have good relationships with lots of agents, and when they make a move, people want to know why. And so they're coming over because their friends are here, and people want to be around people they like. They want to be around people that know, like, and trust them, and vice versa. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I think everybody has a close friend or 2 or 3, and sometimes more in the business. So, it's natural that, when somebody makes a move that somebody else, they go tell a friend. Obviously, there's an incentive to do that. But, I think that, what I'm finding is that, everybody has one good friend that, that's coming on board. So, whenever, you talk to some of these agents that are producing, it's them and their good friend that they're bringing with them. You know what I'm saying? So, and then, the flip side of that would be the influencer, right? So, the influencers, if you can't miss it. I mean, you'd have to be living under a rock to not have seen the number of influencers that have been joining eXp. And, when it comes down to it, a lot of conversation comes down to, the math all works out, the tech is good, everything about, they check all the boxes, the training, the collaboration, everything is great. But, they saw that an influencer in their marketplace, or maybe even a bigger nationwide influencer, joined, and then they're like, okay, I'm moving, I'm coming. Because there's too many smart people that are coming for me to not pay attention and come on board. And we found that to be, true with the people that we've talked to as well. You want to surround yourself with you always want to be the dumbest guy in the room if you can. And, there's, everybody, when you see a lot of smart people doing something, it makes sense to pay attention. And I think that's attracting a lot of the agents that are producing, that want to produce more, are seeing influencers, or, like we said, have friends. So we kind of grouped that one together as number 3.
Yeah. All right,
All right, number 2.
Well, you wanted to say hi to somebody?
Now I'm looking at. You can tell I'm looking at. I gotta take my glasses off.
Kelly Bishop said, "Don't drop the phones in the pool." Luckily, I have an iPhone X.
Yeah.
From what I understand, it's waterproof. I wonder if I can go Facebook Live underwater.
Yeah, I did. I did the iPhone X. Y'all want me? I'm a little sketchy to do it again because it was charged. I did the iPhone X challenge. Mike challenged me because neither one of us knew if the phone was actually waterproof or not. So we went underwater and tested them, and I didn't dive all the way down to the bottom, but I was chasing a frog on Instagram. My Instagram storied it or whatever. But at any rate, it didn't for a little while. It didn't charge, and I was like, oh heck, I think I broke it. So I don't recommend it. But they are somewhat waterproof. I'll show you what the bottom of my pool looks like. So that's about as far as I'm going to go in the water with it.
Oh, did you put it in the water just now?
I just put it in the water, and I thought it just ended the live. That would have been funny.
Yeah, let's wait. Let's wait till like the end. If everybody's on right now sticks around the end, we'll get in the water with the pull.
The speaker doesn't work anymore.
Oh no, you can't hear me now?
Yeah. Has water in it.
All right, I'll keep going. Number 2, you can't hear me. I can hear you.
Say it again.
I can hear you.
Oh, I can hear you. Go ahead. Number 2, get it.
All right. Number 2 is the exit strategy. There's two big unique disruptors, if you will, Jay, that eXp offers that helps position agents for an actual exit strategy. And building a business that actually has, in the end of your 5 to 10 years, not only the ability to have stock ownership in the company, because we're all agent owners. When you sell your first house, you're an agent owner, but also the ability when your friends do come over and ask you about eXp and you invite them to come over to the company, you actually get compensated as long as they're selling houses and with eXp. And, we talked about this before we hopped on. Agents that are doing between $2 and $5 million, look, they're not brand new in the business at this point anymore. They know what they're doing. They're doing transactions. They probably get referrals and everything like that. And if they're able to bring in, just a handful of agents, it could make, in a very short period of time, their personal expenses like their mortgage and car payment could be completely paid for by by this opportunity. And when they're done with their career, and everyone says, oh, I'm never going to retire because I love what I do. Man, come on. It's not about that. Yeah, we all love what we do. But, if you had the choice of being with, driving people around looking for houses or listing houses or, trying to fight with a seller to get their price reduced, would you rather be doing that when you're, 60, 70, 80 years old, or would you want to be, in Key West? Because I know where I'm going to be. I'm going to be in Key West.
Right.
And I ain't going to be driving people around showing them houses.
Yeah,
and
I agree with that. But I think a lot of people are looking at it too, like that real estate's your fun money. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to go sell a house to somebody that's a friend, I mean, we all have people that that are in our circle, and they're going to want to do real estate. So if you can get to a point where your basic living expenses are paid for, then you can you still might sell a house or two, but that's not what you're doing to live on that money. You know what I'm saying? Like you're doing that just because you wanted to go out and sell sell a house, not because you had to pay the bills. And I think that's that's part of the opportunity in terms of the revenue share side of it. And then the other half of it is when I talk to someone that's a producer and they're doing business and they know they don't have an exit strategy. They've been in the business 10 or 15 or 20 years, and they know that they don't have an exit strategy. They know that they're going to sell real estate. And my favorite quote was is when I did the Facebook Live with Kim, was she said, I don't want to die, at 76 years old from a heart attack while door knocking. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not how you want to go, right? Like, but there's no real exit strategy, and we kind of ignore that in the the first 10 years of our career because we don't think it's that important. But as you get a little older and you've been doing this a little while and you really don't see, maybe you haven't saved or invested in a way that's gotten you closer to a retirement, the ability to retire and do nothing, you start to get it starts to become more important. And I think people need to I think the younger people or the people that have been in the business a shorter amount of time need to pay closer attention to that. If there's one thing I wish I had thought of, in terms of the people that I've talked to, for sure, there's one thing that they wish that they had been told, it would have been, to think about your exit strategy. And if you can acquire stock just for doing things that you're already going to do anyways, telling your friends about eXp, you can earn shares of stock. For closing your first transaction every year, you get shares. For hitting the cap, you get shares. Those are all opportunities that you're going to do that anyways, no matter what company you're at. So if you're going to be in the business the next 10 years, why wouldn't you be with eXp, right? Like that, for a lot of people, that was a big reason for making the move. That and the opportunity to get a little bit of revenue share, not because they're going to focus on recruiting agents, but just because they're going to, especially, the friends and people that they know, they're going to tell them about it. And over the course of time, just being committed to telling a few other people as you do deals, you're happy, you're earning stock, you're building a portfolio here. And, it's not that hard to see that you could easily, be at, be able to pay for your living expenses with that revenue share opportunity. So, definitely.
So a good friend of ours, I'm not gonna. Yeah, a good friend of ours. I'm not gonna mention his name.
Go ahead.
And then he just became a friend, as many of my past coaching.
I lost you.
Your phone in the water, bro.
I'm good. I can hear you.
You good now?
Yeah.
But anyways, he's been with us. He's been with eXp for I think about 8 months now, 8 or 9 months. He's already capped, so he's not paying any, no more percentage of commission, and he's brought a few friends over, and he's been able to literally, just in the revenue share that he's making at this point, he's making enough that it's covering his whole house payment and his car payment, his living expenses. There's a check in that box, and that's only after 9-10 months he's been with the company. And that's incredible. That's life-changing for him. And that's just exciting. So I think that's why that made Tracy Simon says, it's you, Al.
Right.
Can you hear me, or am I out now?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's kind of quiet. My waterfalls are too dang loud. I can't shut them off without turning.
All right, let's go to number one.
All right, let's hit it. Number one.
The number one reason
that we found, the agents that we've talked to and that we've helped on board to eXp and help support, is collaboration.
Collaboration.
And this is kind of it's kind of unexpected, right? Like, well, what does that mean, right? Collaboration. What does that mean? And I would describe it as, the experience that you have when you talk to someone about eXp, and then, once you kind of get the bigger picture of everything that you're going to have access to and all the agents that are supporting you and the culture, especially once you've been onboarded, like it's I think maybe some of the reason this is probably number one is a little bit of what we experience after you've been onboarded, because it's such a, you can't, it's one of those things you can't know it until you've experienced it, kind of thing. Right. But,
right.
So I think part of the reason we might have put this number one is because once you're here, you realize this was the best decision you ever made, with the ability to collaborate with, some of the top agents in the world that are literally have an incentive to help you now. Right. I mean, they have an incentive to give you anything that's working in their business. And, what other environment?
Thank you, Amanda.
You're not getting that, at any other company. I mean, you protect those secrets, or you got to pay, thousands and thousands of dollars to join a mastermind group or whatever the case may be. And if it's anything local, then you're not going to have people share what's working, because they don't want you to have their best secrets. They're going to share some things, but they're, it's a little bit less likely to get the best ideas. So when you're in this environment, you're collaborating with agents across the entire country. And, there's no fear that, somebody's going to come into my market and take things away. Plus, the environment is such that it makes sense for them financially. We're conditioned by the business model to help people. We want to help people produce. Especially if we've helped bring you on, we're owners in the company. We have shares. We want the company to do well. We want you to produce. We also want you to, bring other agents on if we brought you on, because, we're all going to share in the revenue of that. So, it's just a beautiful business model. Glenn is a genius. I mean, you said it right before we went live. When we were going through this list, it's like, man, every time I look at this business model, I just like, dang, like he nailed it. it's just brilliant. And
if we had to give it one word, it would be alignment. It's alignment in so many different areas, and that's why we put collaboration. Like you said at the beginning, it was kind of a sleeper. We didn't think that collaboration would be the number one agent that, or I'm sorry, the number one reason why agents in this bracket are coming aboard. Notice we didn't put revenue share in there or stock because it's not that wasn't the number one for this particular group.
right.
It's the collaboration that they're excited about. I mean, you got Daniel Beer, Kyle Whistle, John Kitchens today was doing a live expert mentors training live for a bunch of agents. Are you coming in and out?
Right.
Or is that your waterfall?
No, that's probably my waterfall.
Oh, okay, cool. And it's just, we're able to share because of that alignment, like you had said. And I did not. This wasn't something I expected when I came in. But it's because of the alignment, because of how Glenn structured this company. So I think that's all we got, man. Those are the top 5 reasons, and they're coming. There's a line at the door.
Yep.
I don't know how many are at the door, but there's a line at the door.
Right. No doubt about it. Having the most fun, and hey, let me tell you something. Celebrating freedom today, and celebrating the freedom that eXp has allowed us to enjoy as well.
I appreciate you, brother. Cheers.
Hey, man, I appreciate you for telling me about eXp.
Oh, man. Hey, all these people, Renee Velasquez, my inbox is full with webinars from Daniel Beer, Jay Kinder. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. And then someone else put on here, let me scroll back down here. Justin Padella. What's up, Justin? He said he's still new with real estate, but his rev share covers his mortgage payment, truck payment, and then some. Boom.
That's awesome. That's so awesome.
Proud of you, Justin.
That's
Proud
awesome,
to be
man.
in business
What's
with
up,
you.
Pat Hayes? Oh, we got
Pat,
Cliff Freeman.
Oh, Cliff, thank you, brother.
Yeah, happy 4th, everybody.
Thank you the other day.
Man, hey, have a great day. Be safe.
Right.
Don't go blow some stuff up, but be careful and
Don't
have
blow
fun.
a finger off.
Yep, you want to keep your fingers. All right.
And I'm gonna see you in 4 days in Arkansas.
That's right. We're going on a little vacation.
Arkansas, we're coming.
Right. We'll show y'all.
Arkansas, we're coming.
The greatest lake in the United States. I guarantee it. Guaranteed. All right, y'all.
All right,
Peace out.
brother.
Have
Cheers,
a great
man.
4th of July. Thanks for joining in, and we'll talk at you again later.